Yeah, man, to know what was good. Yo, what up, y'all? I know what it is, man. I drink a lot of water. Do you drink water? It's good for you. Ah, man. Man, what is good people? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy MTIP. That is Mr. Think I'm Possible. Well, I challenge you to think that I'm possible. Or maybe I challenge you to think that you're possible. Cause I'm possible. Y'all know what I mean. What up, man? Shout out to everybody who's tapped in. What's the deal, good people? Figured I'd tap in real quick, man. I was able to put on a pair of kicks that I haven't worn in some time. And I kind of forgot, like low key, I kind of forgot how comfortable these Air Jordan 1 the stealth ones, I kind of forgot how comfortable they are. It's a comfortable kick. So I'm going to clean it up. Hold on a sec. Let me get tapped in here. What's the deal? I ain't got no music on yet. Matter of fact, there's a couple of things I got to do. I got to change out that water. All right. Let me change out some water. No hype in the build. Yo, no hype. I ain't got my lights turned on yet. What color? Pick a color in the background. What color should I turn the lights on to? I'm gonna let no hype get a color preference. Since no hype saluted first and said, "What up?" No hype in the build. Red. All right, red it is. Manic in the build. Manic, pick a color. Pick a color for my lights on the other side here. I'm gonna let y'all be my color coordinators. I'm gonna let you be my color coordinators. I'm about to clean up some kicks. Let me get some light turned on here. Oh, I'll be looking light skinned. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. India, what up? Not a troll. Man, how your name not a troll and you calling me Mike Tyson? Come on, man. Already trolling. Nah, like seriously, a lot of people say that, man. I've been look, I've been plagued by this my entire life. You should have seen me when I was younger. Oh, you look like Latrell Sprewell. You look like Nelly. You look like Ludacris. You look like Will Smith. You look like Mike Tyson. You look like Dr. Dre. I know. I've been hearing it my whole life, man. It is what it is, right? But let me tell you this. I've always looked like somebody who has way more money than me. So that there it is. There it is. Uh, Ooh, no hype. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So fam, I'm kind of guilty. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of guilty about this right here. I'm massively guilty. But for those that be tuning in, know that I'm a Tesla investor. I invest into Tesla stock, and Tesla stock has treated me very well. I started investing in 2020. But check this out. No hype says I made a decision to every time I want to buy a shoe, I'm just gonna buy 2 shares of Nike. Now don't hold me to it. I've been working like literally, I've been working all day today. So I haven't really had a chance to tap into the stock market. But if I was to take a guess, this is just a guess, Nike stock might be bouncing around like 70, maybe $72 a share. But we're gonna Google it. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Let's go into a little screen share. Let me share something with the good people. Ooh, I was off. Ooh, I was wrong. Okay, close, but I was still wrong. Hold on one sec. Let me show with the good people. Nike stock is currently sitting at $74.57. So it closed today, up 37 cents for the day, which is a half a percent. After hours, look like it moved just a little bit. So, yeah. So shout out to No Hype for that, man. So whenever I talk about like investing in stocks and stuff, number one, I am not a financial advisor. Truth be told, I'm a mover. I got a moving company and I move furniture. I lift heavy furniture up and down stairs to make a living. That's what I do to make a buck. I make good money, but look, Look, it's a very physical job, and I'm 45 years old, so I love talking about investing, and this is my concept. I physically work really hard for money. I did a job today in Colorado Springs. I did a 9 hour move. It took 10 and a half hours because we had to drive all the way up to Colorado Springs or whatever. But my point is, I work really hard to make a buck. So I want to put my money into a position to where it can finally work really hard for me. So I work really hard for it, and then it starts to work really hard for me, and then I can stop working so hard. So the mere fact that No Hype said that he made a decision to get some stock, like, oh man, that is dope. That is dope. Um, yeah, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So you can buy 3 shares for 1 pair of shoes. I'm trying to tell you, fam, it is a beautiful that is a beautiful investment. And the reason why I said I was guilty is because people ask me all the time. They'll be like, "Yo, I know you got Nike stock." Like, because whenever I talk to people about investing, right, most people are like basic entry level beginners, and there's nothing wrong with that because I understand it can be scary. Whenever you start talking about money, people are like, "Nah, nah, man. What if it goes to zero? What if the company goes bankrupt? And what if? Because anything's possible, right?" But for the people that are interested, they just really don't know where to start. So I always tell people, yo, start with what you consume. Me personally, y'all know I'm on this weight loss journey. So I used to be 270 pounds. I just weighed myself the other day. Took a physical. I'm 244. So I've been losing weight, man. I feel good. I'm starting to get some good definition back in my face and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But start with what you consume. So what that means is it's really that simple. Like, what do you consume? Do you drink Coca-Cola? You drink a lot of soda? Whatever. Buy some Coca-Cola stock, right? If you order online a lot, you get that little box with the smiley face on it. You order from Amazon a lot. That's cool. Get some Amazon stock. If you like to use Microsoft or you play Xbox and you're on Xbox Live, you get some Microsoft stock. If you drink a lot of coffee, if you need a coffee every day, you go to Starbucks every day. That's cool. Get some Starbucks stock. If you eat McDonald's, get some McDonald's stock. If you don't eat McDonald's, get some McDonald's. Whatever. It don't really matter. But just buy what you consume. You know, that's like the entry level. Like it's real basic stuff to be honest with you. But I understand it can be scary. It could be scary. I understand that. No, I said that's why I'm doing it. You planted the seed, and I remember you saying invest in what you consume. Yo, I got a fun homework assignment for anybody who's interested in this. I'm gonna start cleaning some kicks here in a minute. But before I do that, matter of fact, no hype. Let me. My bad, because you ain't got me talking. I'm a yapper. Somebody else pick a color. Let me go ahead and turn my. Let's set the ambiance. Man, I done jumped right into the conversation. I ain't got no music in the background. Y'all know I like to have some music. It's a little cheesy, little StreamYard music, but I still like having my tunes. Ain't nothing like setting the atmosphere. We got some tunes. Yeah, 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 yeah. There we go. You turn it up so I can hear it. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't even know why I even have all this energy. I'm supposed to be tired. And I'm gonna try to give you all a different camera angle today because I kind of don't be liking the way the camera angle be. So I'm gonna try something different today. I can tell you right now, I already don't like the way it looks, but I'm still gonna turn it on. So let's turn some lights on. Let's do that. Somebody else, real quick. Somebody else, give me a color. Give me a color. I got red. I got red for no hype. Somebody else give me a color so I can. I'm letting y'all pick the ambiance. Somebody tap in. Let's turn some lights on. No hype said I'm beat for real. I know hype. Red it is. Since nobody else wanted to talk to me. Red. Ooh, hit him with that red light special. All right. Ooh, I even look more lighter. More lighter. That's not a word. I look lighter. All right. Turn that around. Turn it around a little bit. All right, man. I got a couple of kicks to clean up today. Nothing crazy. I was able to pull out a couple of days ago. I pulled out my Air Jordan 1 Stealth. I haven't worn those in a while, so I had a nice little fit that matched it, whatever. And I forgot, like, surprisingly, number one, the leather quality on those shoes are really nice. I think they use like goat leather or something like that on the shoe, and they're really comfortable. They're really comfortable. So let's get the kick cam going. Boom. There goes our kick cam. I don't like the way that looks. I don't like it. But we're gonna try something new. Oh yeah. Let's get some light turned on. Down some light on the situation. Yeah, already. I don't know. I'm trying a different angle. Let's see what the deal is. No, I said cleaning an all black shoe is crazy work. Yo, I had cleaned one on the live, right? I was mowing the lawn when I did my live and mowed the lawn. And then I started doing the bottom, and I didn't really want to, but I was just kind of showing people what it's like. But I actually tore these things back just from doing the lawn. Would have thought I was running from one time. These are called the Air Jordan 1 YNs. That's what these are. These are called the mid, the YN mids. Now I'm playing. Oh, that's terrible. But it's true. Oh, that's bad stuff. The YN mids. But yeah, man, let me throw some water on here. This is gonna be a super easy clean. I'm not gonna get all up into the I'm not gonna worry about none of that stuff today. I already did that last time. Man, yeah, I know that's bad business. That's terrible. But nah, man, congrats. What broker, no hype, did you decide to go with? You know, you got different brokers out there. Generally speaking, they're all the same. You know, generally speaking, there are some minute differences as far as when it comes to investing, what broker you want to go with. That might be like if you ever decide to mess around with something that's called margin, you can use margin, and they have different interest rates. But one of the most important things when it comes to a broker, actually, ironically, when people do ask me this question, it's fractional shares. Some brokers, they do not have fractional shares, and some do. The only thing that means is you can buy pieces of a stock if you don't buy the whole stock, you know, up front. So if Nike's trading at $74 and you only got $36, you can get a half a share. That's the only difference. You don't have to get the whole thing. All right, let me empty out some water. And yeah, man, let's clear some kicks. Let me put the kick up on the main stage here. Let me decrease. All right, first I gotta change out this water. I don't be wanting y'all to think that I'm fancy because I'm using like drinking water like to clean my shoes. It's really not that serious. I just be having bottles. I got cases of water down here, so I drink them, and then that's the only water I have down here. But I'm definitely not that fancy. Like I said, I haven't gotten to one yet. I was looking to it today, and now I'm just investing through Cash App. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Congrats. I'll be honest with you. You know, that's the biggest step is the first one. It's the first step. That's huge, man. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I'm excited, actually. I'm trying to tell you. Let me share one more thing, and I'm gonna shut up. I'm literally gonna be quiet. But I'm gonna share one more thing when it comes to investing. The same feeling, kind of like the high that somebody gets, whenever you buy something, whenever you consume something, you get that same feeling when you save money. You get that same feeling when you earn. Whether it's an unrealized gain or unrealized loss, you get that same feeling. It's a dope feeling. I'm trying to tell you. All right, that's it. That's all I had to say. All right, let's pour this out. Let's see if I can do it. You know what I don't have? I don't have any towels. All right, I see one. Yo, Chris, thanks for tapping in. Chris said it's crazy, man. I've been trading for 5 years and it's been great. Even on a bad day or week, I continue to learn. Save any way possible. Please say that again. Chris, thanks for tapping in, man. It is a beautiful thing, man. I'm talking about, I started from absolute scratch back in 2020, during the lockdowns and all that good stuff. I have learned so much through YouTube University, man. Let me tell you. I've learned so much, and there is a psychology actually behind trading and investing. So whether you want to trade or invest, there's a psychology, like there's a mental process as well. You know what I mean? Because you can start beating yourself up psychologically. Whether you take a trade on and FOMO and all types of stuff starts happening, man. You stay in the trade longer than you should, and you don't set stop losses and all. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let me get some water up in here. We got a clean bowl now. Get some aguas. All right, let's get down on this mid here. Oh, like that. Got a couple of kicks here. I cleaned up my daughter's White Thunder, so these joints are clean. I did that a couple of days ago. What I really need to do is take them back upstairs so she can enjoy her sneakers. So what I need to do is give her kicks back. Yo, 100 fam. I'm you ain't never lied. Kicking Stocks. That's what my boy Elliot came up with, that name. Kicking Stocks. I think I'm gonna go with that name too. Mess around. The first pair that I sell, that I invest, is gonna be those Pink Awake 5s. Girl, you can go ahead and give me $700 for those kicks. That's cool. I'll start with those Pink Awakes. I'm over here talking all that smack. I don't know if I'm going to keep that shoe or not. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna keep that shoe. Before I jump into just cleaning this, what I normally do is, well, I kind of messed it up, but it's okay. What I normally do is I just brush it first before I even put any type of solution on it. So let's do that. When it comes to cleaning shoes, yo will always hear me say brush. You'd be surprised on what a simple brush can do. I'm going to shove a towel on the inside of here just to kind of fill up that toe box a little bit. like already. I mean, just from brushing and not putting any solution on it. You already see the table getting dirty. I was mowing the lawn on Sunday. I even went live doing it. I ain't gonna lie, like I be missing y'all, so I try to go live as much as I can. So I had some housework to do, and I was like, you know what? Let me turn the camera on, man. See who taps in. That's crazy. 800 and something people tapped into that live. I wasn't expecting that. I ain't think mowing the lawn was that much fun. But mowing the lawn is therapeutic for me, so I actually like mowing the lawn. It doesn't bother me anyway. I like it. Alright, so y'all can see the dirt there just from the grass. Y'all can see the grassy. My bad, fam. Let me see what you said. I got this spray. Needs to be cleaning my son's 6 rings. It's been hard keeping him clean. He seems to always get something out. Yeah, no doubt, man. These kids be demolishing their kicks, and you know what? I really ain't mad at them. Like my daughter, I'm actually glad at the fact that she actually wears her sneakers. So I ain't mad at her, but these kids be demolishing their sneakers. I love to clean it. All right, this is gonna be easy clean. It can be real easy. It's a black kick. Yo, what am I doing right now? Good thing this is a mid, right? So I don't really care about the sneaker. But my bad. This is the hard bristle brush. This is what you use for your outsole and your midsoles. You use your soft one right here for the uppers. You know, good thing I wasn't doing that on one of my good kicks. I'll be kicking myself right now. All right, so we're gonna use this on the outsole. This is the outsole brush right here. Midsole, outsole. Now we got it. I'm over here tripping. I'm on one. Shout out to my wife, man. Last week Saturday we went to this event, a little barbecue cookout deal, and my wife started a business doing permanent jewelry. This is one of the pieces right there that is called titanium. It's a Cuban link titanium bracelet, and I actually like it because I do not wear jewelry. Well, at least I didn't. I do now, but I'm proud of my wife, man. She stepped up there doing her own thing. I ain't mad at her. All right, this could be easy clean. I'll do the uppers real quick, and that's it. This shoe will be done. Yeah. If you really want to clean your kicks, if you're gonna go to like a deep clean, take the laces out. Go ahead and hit that tongue, hit the inside of the shoe. You can get as detailed with it as you want to. When you're just doing like a simple little quick clean like this, you can literally just hit the laces. Look, you ain't gonna fray them, you ain't gonna mess it up. You can hit that tongue, you can pause to hit the tongue part. But yeah, you can do all that. Yeah, no hype. I'm trying to tell you, brother, you on to something. You on to something. Shout out to everybody who is tapped in. You know, we have a podcast that we do Saturday morning. I'll link it with my guys. It's called One Pair at a Time. We jump on here Saturday morning where we are, you know, we're a sneaker channel. All of us are sneakerheads, sneaker enthusiasts, sneaker fans, sneaker whatever you want to call it. But We get into all types of topics. Investing is definitely one of them. Um, I whenever I talk to people like just randomly, right, when it comes to investing, because like I said, I know it can be scary. Look, when you're talking about money, right, it can be scary. This is one of the things that I tell people. I like to give them a homework assignment. Now I know when you hear homework, everybody be sucking their teeth. Everybody sucking their teeth. I ain't trying to do no homework, son. Well, hear me out. This is a fun homework assignment. It's fun. Shoes clean. That was easy. That's kind of like a cheat. That's a little cheat right there. That was easy. I wear these for work. I work part time. I do armed security, and I'll be wearing these. And I actually wear my black cat threes to work. So between these, cause I gotta wear a black shoe. So between these and my black cat threes, that's what I wear. All right. Here go my stealths. Man, I haven't wore these in so long. Super comfortable. I actually miss this kick. I do. I miss this kick. Yo, Ken Norton in the bill. What up, Ken? Let me move my mic back just a little bit. Ken Norton in the build. He said you get in on the red brick on Nigel bike air bike. Yes, I did. Yo, here goes the crazy part. Hit on retail. Definitely hit on retail. Let me go grab him. Retail copper. Nice shoe, man. Actually, really nice shoe. When these things first dropped, I kind of played them a little bit. Matter of fact, before they dropped, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm even going to go for them. I ain't tripping, blah, 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 blah. Shout out to my guy, Sneaker Head Game. Yo, check out his YouTube channel. It's called Sneaker Head Game. Man, he was like, yo, Mr. Think, you tripping. I'm going for them joints. Besides, Nigel's from Queens, just like you, and blah, blah, blah. He's a New Yorker. And I was like, you know what? I did play myself. I went ahead and went for him and copped. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. It's a nice kick. It's a nice kick. I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. The homework. Here goes a fun homework assignment. This ain't one of them boring ones. It's a fun homework assignment. This is what I tell people. Use Google, ChatGPT, whatever you want to use. You can cheat. Look, with my homework, you can cheat. You know what I'm saying? You can cheat. Homework assignment. Matter of fact, watch this. My bad, y'all. I don't know why I'm struggling typing it with just gloves on. It's like I can't. I don't know. I can't feel it properly. Pause. Man, that was so difficult for me to do. All right. All right, here it goes. If I had invested $10,000 into any stock that you choose the stock, you choose the company, right? 10 years ago, what would it be valued at today? So let me give you an example. You pick the company. I don't even want to just coerce you. If I would have invested $10,000 into Apple 10 years ago, what would it be valued at today? If I invested $10,000 into Netflix, into Amazon, into whatever company you choose, you choose the company. It don't matter. McDonald's. It don't matter. You choose the company. You pick the company. Fun little homework assignment. If you if you would have invested $10,000 into Bitcoin 10 years ago, well, what would it be valued at today? I'll leave it right there. Let's get back to these kicks. Yo, Ken, yes, I'm going to go live in the morning, man. I'm going to go live in the morning for these LeBron 40Ks. What I am going to do is I'm going to hit up Sneaker Tyler. I'm hit him up and see if he wants me to try to cop these joints for him. I actually like the way it looks, you know. Ooh. Ooh. Chris, that no, number one, congrats, man, because you made money out of it. So look, profit is profit. I feel you, brother. If you would have held on to it, yeah, I don't blame you. The drop's gonna be at 10 o'clock. So I believe the drop's gonna be 10 o'clock Eastern time. I am in Colorado, so for me that's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure where you're tapping in from, but it'll be 10 o'clock Eastern. I will go live for that. Oh, snap, Ken. He said I hit for a size 10 at Foot Locker. Picking him up tomorrow. Well, shoot, that's what's up. Yo, what up? What up? Thanks for tapping in. What up? Yeah. Yep. Nah, look, I feel you. And even to this day, like, even when you mention crypto, no lie, especially the older people, they give you this face. Like, what? And it's like, all right, number one, fix your face. That's number one. So all this right here, yeah, move that, bring that down. Yeah. Some nice research there, brother. I'm trying to tell you. Because look, ain't no bank, ain't no high yield interest, high yield savings, CD. Look, ain't no credit union giving you returns like that. But watch this. Shout out to everybody who actually does do that. There's just a more effective, a more efficient way to grow your funds. I never really understood the term cash is trash. I never really understood that term until I started investing. I was like, what do you mean cash is, man, you would hear people say cash is king, actually, right? You hear people say, nah, cash is king. Credit is king. But you hear people say, nah, cash is king. And then you hear people like, nah, cash is trash. So for anybody who's out there who's doing the old, putting your money in the shoebox and hiding it under your bed, or, tuck it in your sock, or whatever you're doing, that is a very good way for you to lose value of your money because of this word called inflation. Look, if you got $1,000 today, and let's say you were responsible enough, you took that $1,000, like, yo, I'm not gonna spend this. I'm saving up. I'm trying to get a crib. I'm trying to get a whip. I'm trying to get whatever you're trying to do. I'm saving up. I'm trying to have a little emergency fund. You put that $1,000 inside of a shoebox, and you let it sit for a year. I promise you, whatever you can buy for $1,000 in 2025, it's going to cost more in 2026. And it's going to cost more in 2027. It's going to cost more in 2028. So let's say in 2028, you reach back for that $1,000. You're like, whoo, finally, I need this to get some tires for my car. Tires are going to cost more. And you won't be able to get the tires you were able to get with that $1,000 back in 2025. That's what inflation is. So the best way, a lot of people use precious metals as a hedge against inflation. It's been used for a very long time as a hedge against it. Yep, Tesla and I had it before it doubled and came back, and I've been in the shoe game as I grow funds. Yeah, that's what's up, fam. That is what's up. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Tesla is my baby, and it's crazy because I have a BMW. My car's been paid off. My car's old. My car's old, but just like no lie, I always get a lot of compliments on my car. And right now, my car is sitting in my garage, broke down. Um, I keep my car just like my sneakers, man. Like I keep my car clean, so a lot of people think that it's newer than what it is. Man, my car's old. I got a 2011 550i, the V8 twin turbo, blah blah blah, all-wheel drive, and I tripped the error code saying something with like a fuel system. So I called my mechanic up, and he's like, "Oh, tow it down to me, and we'll see what it costs to get it fixed." And I got spoiled, y'all, because my car's been paid off for so long. I got used to not having a car note. So I don't even know if I even want to get my car. I don't know. I might get something else. I don't know where I'm at yet. Just to be honest, sitting in my garage right now. All right, let's clean these joints up, man. I haven't worn these joints in so long, and they are so comfortable. As y'all can tell, I put some work in, but these joints are so comfortable. Man, they so comfortable. He said, "That's right. Debt is credit in this world, and investing is the only way to grow is to have assets that will grow. We may dip, and they might have a slip up, but the cash hasn't held its own ever." By straight out the ATM, man. You know, speaking about finances, like I said, man, Chris, I talk to people about this, you know, primarily just to kind of give them the confidence of investing, right? Because I do understand how scary it can be. One of the things that really hits home for people when I say it like this is because I do understand how scary investing can be, right? That's the psychology behind it. Like you think, oh, it's gonna go to zero, and I'm gonna lose all my money. Number one, it's called unrealized gains and losses for a reason. Because until you sell, you didn't lose nothing. It's unrealized for a reason. Until you sell, you don't lose nothing. Until you sell, you don't gain nothing, right? It just like no lie, it's just really just numbers on the. I ain't gonna lie, it's numbers on the screen for me. Green, red, and neutral, white. There's numbers on the screen. But this is what really hits home for people whenever I say this. If you're scared to invest, I understand. You know, if you're scared, you're scared. It happens. But let me tell you this: the banks are not scared to invest. Matter of fact, if you went to the bank and let's put it don't matter. You put $500 in the bank. You put $1,000 into the bank. If you deposit a large sum of money into the bank, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you went to the bank and put $25,000 into the bank, you was like, "Yo, I want you to hold this for me. Throw it in a nice little savings account. I'm trying to save up some money. I'm trying to do something." The bank's gonna go, "Okay, cool." They take your money. If you went back to the bank, I don't know if anyone has ever withdrawn large sums of money, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the bank don't have it. They got to call and order the money. The banks are so smart. The banks invest your money. So whenever you put money in the bank, y'all think it's sitting in the vault like the movies when you open up the big old vault and there's $5 million sitting inside of Wells Fargo. The answer is no, it's not. The banks invest your money. Even when you're too scared to do it yourself, the banks are like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, put it here. Yeah, we'll give you 1.75% interest, annual." You see, look, that's why I said anybody who's withdrawing large sums of money from the look, they don't like it, man. Anything over $5 grand, he has to call it in. They don't have it. You can walk in the bank all day long and be like, nah, I got like 40 G's. Yo, let me get 10 grand. I'm trying to make some moves. And they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to make an appointment." You can be like, "What? I deposited here, cash." They're gonna be like, "Yeah, we know. We invest your money." It ain't sitting there. Are you crazy? We invest your money. We make money off of your money. So thank you. See, look, they can play it safe and make 15%, giving you your little 1 point. And I'm being nice by saying 1%. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm being very nice by saying 1%. I don't know. All right, let me clean this kicks, man, because I can talk about this joint all day because it's classic. And you want to know what? You want to know what? No hype, Chris. Thanks for tapping in, man. Um, this is what I would like to do in the future. Number one, I want to start a YouTube channel. My brother Elliot came up with this name. He said kicking stocks. But let me tell you the premise behind this channel. The premise behind this channel is I'm going to begin to start selling a lot of my kicks, a lot of my shoe collection here, and then I'm going to take the profit from it and I'm going to invest it. You know what I mean? Just starting, I'm gonna open up a brand new account, just start from zero, and just to show people like, and I'm gonna be transparent, right? I'm literally gonna show the account and be like, look, guys, I'm not even a reseller. I don't even consider myself a reseller, but I have sold kicks, right? But even if I did resell, whatever. But like, guys, look, I put money into this shoe. I put the shoe on my YouTube channel. I'm monetized on YouTube, so I'm making money from YouTube. Now I'm gonna take this shoe, sell it, and take that money and put it into the stock market. And I'm gonna invest. And it's to be kicking stocks, literally. I'm from kicks to stocks, you know, and I'm gonna keep this, obviously, the sneaker channel going, whatever. I'm always gonna be copping kicks, whatever. It's just one of the things that I do. But, you know, just to kind of show like that sense of, I've sat here in my basement. Matter of fact, it was on my birthday. My birthday's on February 7th. I turned 45 on February 7th. So I had my wife threw me a big old party here at the house, right? So I'm upstairs having fun. I mean, getting it, having a blast with my people. And a lot of people came over, show me some love. And of course, you know, just randomly, somebody was like, yo, D, let's go check out some kicks. I was like, sure. Right? So everybody come flooding downstairs and everybody's jaws dropping to the floor. Oh. And I was sitting back in the corner like this, watching my peoples. I was sitting in the corner like this. And they was like, what's wrong, D? And I had to tell them, I was like, I don't know why I got so many shoes, man. I only got 2 feet. And they were like, nah, but dude, oh, look at these, yo. I wanted these. Oh, yo, you got these, yo, that's fly. Y'all like the lace swap on them? You know, and I was literally sitting there shaking my head like, why do I have so many shoes? Now, a lot of these shoes, I've either A, had them when I was a kid, or B, I didn't get a chance to get them when I was a kid. And, you know, now I'm grown and, you know, I can do what I want, right? So it's a beautiful feeling. But you still got to be responsible all in that same tone, right? Um, I literally, and I give shoes away like to the church and the ministry. And I'm also a church drummer. I'm, you know, all that good stuff, man. Like, but I literally sat here and was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what am I doing? I thought about that. I was like, what am I doing? Oh, this is yep. Good looking out, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He said, oh man, you do that. I want to invest this first 20 into your YouTube channel to show us all your future trades and growth. You're worth it, man. I will take that. You can mark my word. I will take that and I will apply it to that. Chris, that's mad love right there, fam. That is mad love. Because I truly believe that us as a people and us as a culture, right? These are things that's really not being taught in school. It's not. It's not. And here goes the crazy part. When it comes to investing and trading, you can make it literally, you can simplify it as, you can make it as easy or difficult. I mean, you can go down that rabbit hole and, you know what I mean? And it's a never ending process. Or you can keep it safe and be like, yo, you know what, fam? I ain't trying to do all of the. I ain't trying to check it every day. I know people tell me that too. I ain't trying to go crazy. I ain't trying to check it every day. So, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find me a little ETF. Find me a little fun. I think I'm gonna go S&P 500. Just play it safe. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel you. There's nothing wrong with that. The biggest step is the first one, man. Like, I'm proud of you. Do that. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. Man, think about how many generations, that has gone by when no one has even taken that first step. And here you are, just boom, kick the door down. So that is so dope. That is so dope. He said, that's what I said. I'm like, I have all these shoes sitting, doing nothing when I can have that money invested 100%, fam. I would tell you right now, you know how we are, right? Whatever. We sneakerheads, it is what it is, right? We sneakerhead. We're always going to have kicks, right? Like always. I mean, it is what it is. We're always going to have kicks, right? If it wasn't for me having this channel, if I wasn't doing this YouTube thing, I would not have as many shoes as I have. Like, flat out. I just wouldn't. But it's okay. Because like I said, once again, I'm going to show people how I can even take this and once again, kind of, I have a moving company, I have a business out here, right? So I treat my channel like a business. I promise y'all, it's not a flex. Like, this is not a flex. I don't think I'm ever gonna have like a midlife crisis. But I told you, I'm 45 years old, man. I just worked a 9-hour move today. I'm 45 years old, and to make a living, I carry heavy furniture and boxes up and down stairs. That's what I do to make a buck. I'm not complaining. I'm blessed. God has blessed me. I'm physically fit and all that good stuff. But I'm 45 years old. How many more sofas and treadmills am I supposed to be carrying? That's straight up. I'm not complaining. It's not a complaint. But how many more sofas am I supposed to be carrying, man? How many heavy dresses? Do you know what my customers be doing? Because they be trying to take shortcuts. My customers, instead of boxing things like a regular human, you're supposed to have boxes. As a mover, movers like to come to your house and see like a mountain of boxes, right? Just a mountain of boxes, and we're like, yeah, nope. The moment I walk inside of somebody's house, now I don't see no boxes or totes, I already know they overloaded their dresser. They overloaded the nightstand and their chest of drawers. They overloaded their TV stand, making it 20 times heavier. I'm like, all right, I see what y'all did here. I throw some shrink wrap on it, and we move it, we carry it. I'm pretty strong. It is what it is. But how much longer am I supposed to be doing this? Kicking stocks. I appreciate you. My bad, y'all. I'm over here rambling. Let me clean up some kicks, man. Y'all ain't trying to hear my life story. Y'all ain't trying to hear all that. Appreciate it. I know you will, man. That's the truth. I have 3 kids. They don't at all. I have one in high school and one in middle school and one in elementary. They don't teach it and don't show them really anything in real life. Man, so I have a 20-year-old son. I'm proud, man. When I tell you I'm proud of this kid, number one, he's a young man, but I call him a kid because he's my son. Right? I'm so proud of this kid, man. Like, every parent want their kid to supersede them, and I believe my son, he's well, he's well on his way. He is well on his way. He said, bless brother, I say this, fam, I'm young, but you're right. How many 12-hour shifts and how many missed weekends before I start working for them and start working for myself? That's the joy. That's the joy of being self-employed. Normally, whenever people ask me like what I do, I just tell them I'm a mover, right? They're like, oh, what company? And I'm like, Cornerstone Moving is the name of the company. And like most of the time out here, I'm in Colorado. I'm in Aurora. Technically, it's Centennial, but most of the time when I say that, people are like, "Oh yeah, man, I heard of that company, man. Like, boom, I heard of them. Boom, boom, boom." and they're like, do they pay well? And I'm like, I'm the owner, So they're like, oh crap, yeah. But a lot of people think that you just touched on something. Sig in the bill. What up, Sig? You just touched on something. A lot of people think that being self-employed is about the money. It's not. Matter of fact, I will tell y'all, not you, you know this, but I will tell y'all what's more important than money is time. Time and freedom. Freedom is more important than money. I know it can be difficult to understand that, but when you have freedom, which is time, and when you have money, that is when you are financially free. That's the goal. That is the goal. And I know it's difficult. Outside of my wife and kids, I have no family in Colorado. Zero. I ain't got no family out here. All of my family's back east, DMV area, New York, Florida, all that. All up and down the north south, from Boston all the way down to Florida, DMV, all that stuff. Delaware. I got family all over the place. I don't got no family out here outside of my wife and kids. My parents still live in Queens, Southside Jamaica, Queens, where I'm born and raised at. Whenever my dad had open heart surgery back in 2023, I went to go be there for my dad. I'm the youngest out of 4 kids. None of my siblings went to go be there for my dad. I went to go be there for our dad. And here goes the freedom part. Do y'all know who I had to ask for permission to go to New York for 2 weeks? What Keith say? Nobody. And it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. I was able to be there for my parents, man. I had to ask for no time off. I had to ask. I didn't have to tell nobody, my dad's really sick. You got to have open heart surgery. And I just want to be by his side. Can I go there? And someone like, no, you're scheduled to work. And you get a write-up if you don't come in, or if you use some sick time or vacation time. I had to ask nobody, man. The freedom. And that's why I tell you, I am blessed. I am blessed, man. I'm grateful. Oh my God, I'm grateful. Man, I'm grateful. No Heart's probably laughing at that Keith Sweat. All right, here goes a little side note. Man, I'm not even talking about sneakers. No, these sneakers, man. Y'all want to talk about mumble rap? This is like one of my little jokes. Y'all want to talk about mumble rappers? Man, I really think Keith Sweat was like the first mumble R&B singer. Like, I really think Keith Sweat was like, who can love me like me? Nobody. Your boy Keith Sweat, I wanna get you. I wanna you lie. You're like, I'm sorry, what are you saying? What? All right, let me stop. Let me leave Keith Sweat alone. For all them older people out there, like, Keith Sweat was like, he was that dude. Like, Keith Sweat was like the guy after Billy D. Williams. Man, that was, man, ladies going crazy over that man. Crazy. All right, my bad, y'all. Let me get back on. Let me get back on track here. Let me get back on track. We're supposed to be cleaning some shoes. What are we supposed to be doing? I cleaned one. He said, you're fine, man. I woke up and caught you online, man. Keep that talk going. Be proud to deserve it. I can tell you're a good man in person. Keep it right. All in God. You'll go far. 100%, fam. 100%. Let me share something with you, Chris. 2010. In 2010, this is while I was a police officer out here in Denver. I was a Denver police officer. Ended up getting a DWAI. This is all in June 18th, 2010. Got fired from the police department. Lost my career, man. Lost my career. Y'all can look it up online, man. Google it. See how much Denver police officers make out here in Colorado. It's a beautiful career, man. It's good money. Make the most money here in the state. Lost my career. Drinking and driving. Young. Back in 2010, I was 30 years old. I went through a very tough time, back then in 2010. 2010 was a very rough year. Anyway, I went to jail for the very first time. Didn't make any sense. I'm a police officer. And here I am. Now I'm sitting in jail. So I'm literally sitting here like, now watch this. I ain't about to sugarcoat absolutely nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Before I was a police officer, I was a correction officer. I worked in a prison for like 3 years. Colorado Department of Corrections. So I was a guard there. And then I went to the police department, right? Because the police will have to pay more money. That's, this is a money deal. It's a money grab. So I'm sitting in jail, right? And I'm like, I had like this aha moment, right? I'm just literally sitting here and I'm like, yo, what are you doing right now? Like, you're 30 years old. You're from Southside Jamaica, Queens, man. Like, you are straight from the hood, right? But let me back up a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. Number one, I grew up in a middle class family. And so it's weird on how it works, right? Like, because even though I lived in Southside Jamaica, Queens, I lived in kind of like the good the good section. Obviously, you travel outside it. So I used to hoop a lot, you know what I mean? So obviously, you're all over the place, right? But I don't want to make it seem like I grew up in like a rough household, because I didn't. But still, right? I'm sitting in jail for the first time, and I'm 30 years old, and I'm like, I done so much stupid stuff when I was young. I used to drag race and do all the stupid stuff. Never got caught for like nothing that I've done wrong. And now I got caught for drinking and driving, and I ended up losing my career from it. I ended up getting my job back, and then I ended up getting fired again, and then I kind of deuced up the police department. It's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna move on to something else. But the reason why I'm sharing that story is because I have a lot of life experiences. Some of it that I don't really care to have, but I've always kind of had the I don't know, kind of like that understanding that an L could mean a loss, right? Or an L can be a lesson. And I've learned many. I've learned many lessons, man. Many lessons. See, I'm 45 years old, but I'm really like 103. Sorry, my camera be zooming in. So I'm really like 103. So, oh man. So when I was sitting inside of this jail cell, I had told myself, I was like, I'm gonna stop drinking, man, because I finally realized that I had a drinking problem. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. And I'm not knocking none of my brothers or sisters on the job. Alcohol is such a socially acceptable thing to where, like, even if you have a problem, right? Most people, I'm not saying no one would, but most people's not really gonna tell you about it. And the main reason why is because they're probably right next to you doing the same exact thing, right? So most people, when it comes to alcohol, right, in particular, it's socially acceptable. So a lot of my brothers and sisters on that job, police officers, firefighters, all that stuff, military, most of them do have drinking problems. And I'm not saying that to talk bad about them, because I was one of them, right? I was right there doing it. The only difference is whether you get caught or not. That's really the difference. But most of them really do have a drinking problem. And I understand why. I used alcohol as a coping mechanism. Um, like I'll tell you right now, early on lives, I would tell people like, yo, hit the like button, and once I get to 10 likes, I do 10 push-ups for every 10 likes, or whatever the case is, right? So I'd be doing push-ups or whatever. But physical fitness is a coping mechanism for me. You heard me say that I'm a church drummer. I play the drums in church. So drumming is a coping mechanism for me. Mowing the lawn is a coping mechanism. Here it comes. Here it comes. Messing around with these shoes, man. When I do lace swaps or when I clean shoes, it's actually therapeutic for me. Like people don't really understand like how therapeutic cleaning shoes is for me because on October 30th of 2010, I decided to stop drinking alcohol. I told my wife, I was like, babe, I don't know what I'm doing. I just went to jail for DWAI. I'm all jacked up. I lost control of myself and I'm going to stop drinking. And she said, I support whatever you do. So this October, which is dope because I haven't really thought about it now that we're in October, this October 30th, here it comes, y'all, makes 15 years of me being sober. And I'm not telling y'all that just for like the high fives. I'm not doing nothing behind the closet. You know, I'm 45 years old, man. If I want to drink, I'll have a damn drink. Trust me, I would. I don't drink. I don't drink. You can ask my closest friends. I still go to parties and tear it up. You would think I was drunk the way as hard as I party, as much as I dance and be acting a complete fool sober. Matter of fact, y'all should try it one day. Get around a bunch of drunk people and act a fool. You'll just be blended in with the crowd. It's amazing how it works. Like I'm not even lying. I love Vegas. Man, you guys, man, we go to Vegas a lot. I go to Vegas, I be cutting up sober. I be telling people, man, like people be seeing me out, out here in the streets, man. With like whenever I go like pick up sneakers or whatever, like people be noticing me and be like, yo, Mr. Dank, what up? No, I'm so and so, whatever. Nah, I be showing people love, and I be telling people like, what you see here online is like what you see here. This is how I am. I'm not like putting on the front. I'm not gonna be like this online. Like you can see my personality, right? I'm not gonna be like this online, and then when you meet me in person, I'm gonna be all like hi. Come on, man. Stop. All right, June 18th, 2008, went to jail for the first time for being drunk and driving. A quarter weed, I was 18 the next day. But the car was running in a parking spot. I was stupid to do it. We all learn losses to lessons. 100%, fam. 100%. So, I know in Colorado, and keep in mind, my law is going to be like old, right? Because I don't brush up on it, obviously, as much as I used to. Mook in the bill. What up, Mook? What's good, fam? Um, I know in Colorado, they used to have, you have to have been one step away when it comes to drinking and driving. So one step away will be engine running, right? Engine running, but the car's still in park. So that's you're one step away from driving, which is the one step is just putting the gear into drive, and that's your one step, right? That's the one step. But if you were sitting inside of a car and the keys, well, nowadays, everything's pushed to start anyway, but the car's not started, then technically that's considered two steps. So if let's say you pulled over on the side of the road, like, yo, I'm about to sleep this off and take a nap. The cop pulls up. Hey, what's going on in there? You're like, hey, how you doing, officer? I'm just sleeping. They're like, you been drinking? Like, yeah, I'm just sleeping it off or whatever. Then at least that's two steps away to my understanding, right? And the two steps would be you had to boom, start the car, then you had to put it into drive. And because that's two steps away, in theory, I mean, the cop would just leave you alone. I mean, I would have, right? I would actually be like, yo, it's a smart move. At least you ain't driving, right? But yeah, you're right. You're right. Everybody, yo, this is dope though. I tell you why, because number one, this isn't the first time that I've talked about this stuff like on my channel, right? Even in old lives, that I've done, and I don't be deleting like none of this stuff, man. This is like a therapy sesh, like for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, what good is it for you to have a bunch of life experience and you don't share it with nobody? If you continue to let everybody else just bump their heads, and then meanwhile you get to sit there and be like, yeah, I knew that. And and if it's somebody you know or even love, they can be like, yo, how come you never told me? That's another thing that we need to break, man. just as a generation, man, we need to break like the silence. We need to break like the, you know, this world tells you about what being a man is. You know, real men don't cry. For real? Like seriously? Never let them see you sweat. You know, keep your head up. You know, put on the image of being okay when you're not. That's what this world's gonna tell you, and that's not fair. That's not fair. We need to share our experiences, man. We need to look out for one another. We need to show some love, man. We need to start putting some love, like literally in everything we do. We need to start putting some love in it. Y'all take a look and y'all turn on the news, man. Just turn on the news. You see nothing but evil and hatred or whatever. Even watch this. Even if we bring it back to the sneakers, man. One thing that we do at One Pair at a Time podcast, man, we show love. People tap into the chat. This is why I was like, yo, talk to me in the chat, man. I'm gonna highlight your stuff, man. Talk to me. I'm gonna show you some love. I don't care if I got 1,800 subscribers. I don't care if I had 300 subscribers. I'm gonna do the same thing even when I have 10,000 subscribers. When I have 50,000, so it don't matter. I'm gonna put some love in this thing, man. We're gonna show you how to cop for retail if we can. We're gonna show y'all. We're not gonna gatekeep nothing. We're not gonna do none of that. Like we don't. Like we fly. We be showing love, man. Like all that. I truly believe, like even in the sneaker culture, we can kind of bring this thing back together. And even if we create our own new community, let's create our own new community where we're gonna show love to each other. And when the trolls come up in here trolling, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I got time. I be playing with the trolls sometimes. And other times I'll be like, not today. You know what I mean? I go ahead and be booting them. All right, my bad. Let me grab to some comments here. 15 years, man, that's amazing for real. Acting fool sober with my drunk friends. That's amazing, brother. My best friend is straight edge all his life, blending in well with the rest of us. Nah, 100%. But it is more than possible. Info KSMC parking spot in the road away. It's like the house parking spot is in the road, but not really. It's like blocked, so it's parking everywhere. It's like that, really. He smelled me. Yeah. Yep. I said, this is what I need, man. God put people in your life for a season and reasons. That's all, brother. Put some love in things you truly care about. Hey, Chris, man, good looking out, man. Good looking out. And like, I really mean that, right? Like, I really mean that. Putting like, even putting like this aside, even putting the sneaker and all that stuff aside, like, if we can be there for each other, like, if you can help out one person, no matter who this person, if you can help out one person, it's worth doing whatever you do. And that's just like real talk. I serve in church, right? This is the season now. Now we're entering the season, so we're gonna have like Fall Fest because we don't really celebrate Halloween per se. But through the church, they still hand out candy to kids in costumes and stuff like that, and they call it Fall Fest. But outside of Fall Fest, we have our two biggest outreaches. One of them is the Thanksgiving outreach. This is where I don't know, for the past 14 years, I'm gonna link up with the pastor, and we're gonna go pick up a bunch of frozen turkeys. They always got these big old butterball turkeys, and we're gonna hand it out to the community, stuffing and cranberry sauce and vegetables and stuff like that. We hand them like a whole Thanksgiving basket, and this is free to the community, 100% free, right? And the ministry that I'm a part of is a very small ministry out here in Colorado. It's called Heart for the World Christian Center. It's a Christian non-denomination church, and it's a very small, it's a small ministry. And God has blessed this ministry to where we literally serve thousands of people, like thousands of people. And I say all that to say, if you can touch one person, if you can have an impact on one person. I even said that even when I was a police officer. Hear me out. Number one, I have a lot of friends. I'm gonna give you some facts. I have a lot of friends that's police officers. That's number one. Now here goes number two. I don't like cops. I don't. Never have, actually. Growing up in the hood, I used to get harassed by NYPD all the time. And when I say all, I mean literally all the time. Matter of fact, we used to get harassed by the cops so much. I'm talking about being a youngin, because you know how it is, man. Like, man, you got hoop dreams or you're gonna be a rapper, right? So this is. I'll be walking to the park, man. I got a basketball in my backpack. Walking, I might have a pair of shoes around my neck or whatever. I'm walking to the park with my boys. We're about to go hoop, and here it goes. We see that NYPD van, that paddy wagon. We see that van roll up, right? This is what we do. We want to talk about stop and frisk and like illegal. This is what we do. As soon as you see that car, you find like a gate, a fence, a wall, whatever. You literally, just like this. And they come up on you. Got any guns? Where the guns at? No, sir. No guns. All right, get out of here. They pat you down. That's it. You just keep walking to the park, man. Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Here goes one of the trollers I was talking about. You see, look. There goes one of the trollers. There goes one of the trollers. But watch this. Hey, Dave, if you're still here, watch this. Sometimes I would tell one of my mods to kick you out. And then there's other times when, and I'm going to share this story with you, Dave, if you're still here, because a lot of people like to type that and run, right? You know, like snickering like little schoolgirls. I called them gay. But watch this. I would like y'all, whoever's tapped in, I want y'all to show Dave some love. So I want y'all to say hi to Dave. Say hi, greet him. Let Dave feel welcomed. So Dave, I want to tell you hello. And even though you came in here to troll, and you still might continue to troll, somebody's going to love on you in this chat. There it is. But somebody say hi to Dave. Let Dave feel welcome. All right, we got Thanksgiving. What do you do? Where you do that at? Maybe donations, Heart for the Nation. Give it up though. Blue has had it. All right, let me read that again. Give it up though. Blue has had it hard. Brandon had it self-meaning. Yeah. My wife's dad is retired. Yep, built different. Yep. I know how I said, and it's not me. Yeah, man. Shut up, man. What up, Dave? What up, man? No hype can take it, man. We've had people come into our live stream, like no lie. We've had people come to our live stream and be like talking mad smack, trolling, right? Oh, what type of grown ass man and have shoes like that? And, you know, you're dumb and this, that, and the third, whatever. And then like 5 minutes later, they be typing, they be like, yo, kind of like low key. I like the vibes, man. Like, sometimes it's even hard to hate when people be loving on you, man. It's hard to do. Because it's so easy. Man, I be praying about stuff like this. I'm an energy matcher. And matching people's energy actually is easy, right? Because this is all it means. If somebody got handshakes and hugs, right? I got handshakes and hugs. But if you got bats and slugs, then I got bats and slugs for you too. That's me matching your energy. But let me tell you what's harder. It's hard when somebody has bats and slugs for you, but you still got love for them. It's harder to do. It's harder to do. I got a voice, Dave. I got a platform. I can clap at you, you know, and just kick you out. I can talk bad about you and kick you out, man. But why? Why? It's harder to love. It's harder to put that aside and be like, welcome. And my pastor is so good at it. Man, my pastor is so good at it. Like, all right, so the pastor also has me as like, obviously I run like the security at the church, right? Let me share with y'all how good of a man my pastor is. Man, my pastor is, this dude is solid, man. I truly believe that you can walk up to my pastor and slap him in his face, right? He's gonna give you that look like how Canelo. Y'all saw when Bud hit Canelo and Canelo was like, you know, he was He looked at Bud like, and he's like, poosh. He's like, why'd you do that? I think you can snap my pastor's neck, whack, and he won't hit you back. Like he won't. He won't. I know him. He won't hit you back. But I tell you this, he'll look directly at me. That he will. He'll look at me and be like, get him. All right, let me get to some more comments. Chris said he's a good pastor. Keep him around. Nah, 100%. 100%, man. My pastor is solid, man. He's solid. Love that cat. Low key, I don't think he'd be wanting to admit it, right? Now, watch this. I'm gonna throw something out there. I'm gonna tell y'all. Number one, I know they be watching my channel. That's number one. I know they be watching my content, right? I don't know if they be watching my lives, but they be watching. They be ghost watching because they be no lie. They be saying stuff on the pulpit that I say here on my channel. So I know they be watching my stuff. I know they do. Low key, they be on that pulpit saying stuff. I was like, man, I said that 2 days ago. Oh snap. So I see you today, like, keep that vibe, brother. Nah, man, 100%. Like I said, man, what you see is what you get. Like straight up. Straight up. Yo, D in the bit. Yo, what up, D? Just a sneakerhead. You say, yo, what's up, man? Didn't know you were a cop. That's what's up. Yeah, man, DPD, fam. Devon Police. And I forgot to get this point out because this is where I was going with it. Because now that you heard me say I don't like cops, because I don't. My goal and my purpose was always number one. Look, I knew I couldn't change the world, man. I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I couldn't change Colorado. I knew I couldn't change Denver. I knew it. So when I was going through the whole process, I always had the intent, just like what I do with this channel, is that I can have an impact on one individual at a time. One at a time. Let me share something with y'all. So here in Denver, they have different classes. It's called, whenever it comes to like patrol, right? They have different classes. A class 1 means that's called a radio call. So a class 1 is this is how you kind of like track like your time or how effective, how busy you've been whenever you're on patrol. So class 1 is a radio call. A radio call is when someone calls 911, right? And then dispatch will hit your car number up 223, and you're like, depending on what sector you work, so it depends on what district you are, right? That's going to be the first number, and then your sector is going to be the second number. So if dispatch says 2, I worked in District 2, which is Park Hill, 39th and Holly is where the station was at, whatever. So if you're in Denver, you hear someone says 455. 4 means your District 4, and then 55 is going to be your sector, whatever. Things could have changed, but that's how it was when I was there. So a class 1 is a call that is a radio call. That's when dispatch is calling for you because they want you to respond to something, right? A class 2 is considered a self-initiated action. This is on a slow night, and when you're bored and there's nothing going on, you do a self-initiated action, which is, they call it like active patrolling. This is when you sit back and you might do traffic. If you took the class and you're radar certified, you can do traffic, radar, speed, or you can always do a traffic stop. I used to do traffic stops, right, all the time, just to kind of stay busy. But I was never a big ticket writer. Actually, I hate writing tickets. Confession time. The only way I was really gonna write a ticket to you. Now watch this. I don't know if I have a mean face, right? But I'm gonna show y'all. I'm literally gonna show y'all like this is like my regular face. This is like my regular face. And y'all know my personality. So when I would pull somebody over, I would be like, license, registration, proof of insurance. And then people be like all scared, right? I you can see because but once again, told you I've gotten harassed by police officers back in New York, so I understand the tension, right? So I'd be the first one to tell them, like, I'd be like, because what people legitimately be like this, uh, uh, they checking behind their ear, they're looking down their shirt, stuff like that, and I would say stuff like this. I'd be like, if you pull your driver's license from behind your ear, I'm gonna be very impressed, right? And then I like laugh or whatever, and that would break the ice, and they'll be like, oh, sorry, it's actually in my wallet. Can I reach my wallet? I'm like, sure. You know, I'm like, the only reason why I stopped you is your third brake light's out. You have a tail light out. You got a headlight out. You know, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't be writing tickets for stuff like this. But I just want to kind of let you know. Do you have a valid license? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. You know, and boom, the ice is broken, right? So boom, look at their license. Sometimes I run it, you know, if they give me an attitude. Most of the time, I don't even run their license. And I'll tell you why. Because the moment you run their license, then they got a warrant or something like that, then you might have to take action. You might have to take action. You might, depending on what the warrant is for. So let me tell you something. Whenever a police officer turns around and want to tell you, well, I had to write you a ticket. No, they didn't. There's something called discretion. We don't have to write tickets. We don't. I'm telling you right now, I say we, like I'm still one. They don't have to write you a ticket. That's their way of kind of trying to be cool with you because they caught you speeding and then they're going to give you a ticket for no seatbelt. You know what I mean? They're still making the city some money and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, cop didn't have to do nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, it's called discretion. I ain't got to do nothing, by the way, you know? Even those cops that be lying, talking about, oh, I wrote it down in the ticket book. Sorry, ma'am, I already started writing. Look, he said I'll be cooked right there. I ain't had a license since you, bro. And I'm the one you want in your corner. I be trying to tell people like, look, if you know, look, I'm give you a little advice. If you happen to know someone who's a police officer, right, or someone in law enforcement in general, right, whatever the case is. Name drop. I'm gonna tell you right now, name drop, but name drop the proper way. There's a way to name drop, and then there's a way not to do it. So if you want to name drop properly, right, and hear me, you don't got to be kissing the cop's butt. That's not what I'm telling you to do. You can look at someone and be like, you know, how you doing, officer? You know, boom, boom. Are you having a good night? One of my neighbors is are you Denver or boom, boom, boom? One of my neighbors is a firefighter. You know, what's his name? His name is blah, blah, blah. Good friend of mine. That's a good way to name drop. You see what I'm saying? I've had people name drop on me, like when I say on me, not about me, but I'll pull somebody over, and then I'm like, license, registration, proof of insurance, and they're like, you know who I am? And I'm like, I'm about to find out. Give me your license. Like, because at that point, I'm like, I'm probably I really don't care. Like, give me your license. Like, I just asked you for you know, you're trying to flex on me for some weird reason or whatever, and then kind of find out you're a judge, right? And I ain't about to write you a ticket, but I am gonna waste your time since you want to have a funky little attitude. So now, watch this. I'm gonna take your license, judge, right? I'm gonna go sit in my doggone patrol car, and I'm gonna get on YouTube. You know, look up or whatever. He's throwing his hand out the window like, what's taking so long? Yeah. And I'm like, and 15 minutes later, I get on my car. You know, one of my buddies will pull up because we're about to go to lunch, right? And then I'll go back and get back the information. All right, Mr. So-and-so, just go ahead and get your headlight fixed. You know, have a good night. He's like, oh, thank you. I know the chief. Yeah, me too. Have a good night. So I just waste your time, right? Of course, I ain't gonna write the judge a ticket, you know. If I have to, I will, right? If it's a DUI accident, so, you know, I mean, if there's certain situations where it's like, you know, you have to do your job. But you know, when somebody name drops, it's like, whatever. I'm not about to write you a ticket. My dad is a Denver cop. You know, who's your dad? Daryl so-and-so. But like, actually, Daryl's a good friend of mine. I'm about to call him too. And now their kid is looking at me like, oh snap, and it is. I'll call their dad and be like, yo, I just pulled your kid over, man, and he's over here being a freaking douchebag, by the way. And of course, dad is calling their son, and of course, once again, I'm not about to write him a ticket, but I'm like, yo, man, like chill with all of the aggression, man. Like you don't need all that. Chill. I know your dad. Your dad's actually good people. He's a good friend of mine. So like I said, it's. So I say all that to say, I'm the guy you actually want in your corner. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, my bad. What I miss here? I see Yu-Gi-Oh. Let me see. My favorite is Yu-Gi-Oh collab. Great 95 this year. My bad, fam. Let me go back deep. Oh, yeah. My mom's restaurant is at Holly. I drove past the station almost every day. Yo, fam, I was on a job when literally I was working the night they burnt the Holly Square down. When they set it on fire, I worked. I was working that day. Oh, there we go. I just got my Levi Air Maxes 95s. These things are fire. Ooh, that's what's up, fam. Congrats on that, man. I haven't had an Air Max in a very long time. I started working out, man. I'm losing some weight, doing all that good stuff. Jay Elevate, he's a runner, man. He likes to run. Me personally, I hate running. When I tell you I hate running, I hate running. I could run, but I just hate doing it. So I need to find me a good walking shoe. Ironically, I've been walking in my my Flu Game 12s, which I find Flu Games, the 12s, to be very comfortable. So I've been walking in my Flu Game 12s, ironically. He said, of all of the inventions in the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. That is impressive. That is actually impressive. Shout out to everybody who's tapped in, man. All right, number one, what are y'all doing up so late? That's number one. What are y'all doing up so late? Man, it's 12:57 in Colorado, and I know a lot of people in the East Coast. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning. He said, I hate running too, but I've been walking about 15 to 20 minutes a day, so I needed something comfy. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oof. My knee started hurt when just the thought of running. What is going on with y'all good people? Jay Elevate is gonna have a little surprise for the people. I don't know when he's gonna drop it, but I spoke to my guy Jay earlier today, and man, I'm so happy for this cat. Man, I'm happy for this cat. So you can have a little something for the people, for everybody who be tapped into my guy Jay Elevate. That's my guy right there. But what we got tomorrow? Anybody messing around with these LeBrons? What are they called? It's not the Uncharted. I don't remember the name of these things. The 40K LeBrons. Anybody messing with these joints? What is it called? Is it See, now I gotta look it up. All right, no hype. Get some rest, brother. Get some rest. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. Ironically, I had a long day today too. Very long day. Let me Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I ain't mad at you, fam. That's what's up. Man, that's what's up. Yo, did you hit on these Tokyos? These Tokyo 5s? Or did you pass up on them? I see the prices coming down too. Let's look at some prices. Let's do that. Let's look at some prices. I was looking at some Nike stock earlier. Do I already have it pulled up? Probably not. Oh yeah, probably do. All right, let's see. Let's see where we at. Obviously, StockX is going to be a little bit. What am I doing? prices have come down a little bit. So yeah, they actually have come down. 431, size 13, 448. All right, 400, size 13, 420. So yes, the prices have come down a little bit on these Tokyos, and that's what I was expecting because when they released, prices jumped, and I was like, oh, okay, you passed on them. So I already forgot about those. Sig said he's still waiting on his to ship. Yo, and Lewis dropped a video. Lewis dropped a video about it, but Lewis got shafted on his pair, bro, from Better Generation. He already made a video about that. Pairs coming in from sneakers, panic sellers taking the prices down temporarily. Yep, 100%. 100%. And it's crazy, fam, because, like, for full transparency, number one, I like this shoe. Full transparency, I like the shoe. Number two, I'm not going resale after them. I'm not. I'm not. And I like the shoe. Matter of fact, I was even talking about rage buying. I was like, yo, if I don't hit on these Tokyos, I was talking about rage buying, and I didn't pull the trigger yet because I'm waiting on Perp. Perp got a sneaker event he's going to out in Chicago, so he said he's gonna call me. But I was talking about rage buying the Air Jordan 1 Low, the Nigels, the Better with Time. I would rather hit resale on those, whatever it might be, versus to go for the Tokyo 5s. I know that might sound weird, but I was like, I'd rather get those Nigels, actually. So, yeah. Sneaker politics. All right, that's what's up. Sig hit is from Sneaker Politics. Yeah, that's crazy. So you still waiting on shipping? It seems kind of far away, like kind of long ago. When was this drop? Last Saturday? He said, I don't like the LeBron or the Tokyo 5s. I missed on the shade. Yeah, today was pressed about that. Yo, fam, I wish I would have known because, like, I'm not even going to lie to you. I did a job today up in Colorado Springs, and I was up early. And I had my phones in my hand, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think they were retailing for like $130. I literally almost went for this shoe just because, like literally just because. And I didn't pull the trigger on it. So I definitely would have tried for you if I would have known. I'm not even going to lie to you. I would have. Like, I literally had my phones up and I was like, nah. So yeah, if I would have known, I definitely, yep, $130. I was looking at it. Sneaky Tyler in the build. What up, fam? What up? Need them for the court. Yo, man, like, let's go hoop one day. But I'm tell you right now, bro, I'm shooting. I'm tell you right now, like, I'm shooting. I'm gonna go hoop with one of my workers, and we over at Hoops Park, shooting around, whatever, having some fun. I was showing my guy. His name is Evan. He told me that he can't dunk yet, so I was kind of giving him some training on, you know, how to jump and all that other stuff, how to use your legs, whatever. And I stood underneath the rim, right? Showed him my vertical jump. I grabbed the rim with one hand, vertical jump, grabbed the rim with two hands, and he was sitting like, and I was like, I just know how to jump, that's all. And then some kid saw that, was like, yo, OG, yo, you trying to run threes? And I was like, no. I hit him with the Friday. He read, no. I was like, I'll shoot around, and that's it. But we should go hoop one day. We should go have some fun. He said, there is no reason for that shoe to be so limited. Can only find one retailer in my area. Yeah. Yep. Nice. You rocked the red Air Ones today. Yo, do you know what's so crazy about that, fam? I had my red Air Ones on when I went to Sam's Club. No, we were at Costco. I went there with the wife, go pick up some stuff. Man, I caught like 3 compliments from 3 different people in 3 different locations having a rare Air One on my foot. I ain't dissing the shoe. Clearly, I like it, but I was kind of shocked about that. I was like, man, people complimenting rare Air Ones. Like, it's like a humbling feeling, right? Because sometimes you be having like straight fire on your feet, and maybe people don't know what you have on, right? I don't know. Rare Air Ones got a lot of attention, so that's dope. Well, okay, yep, I've been hooping on Sundays at Wash Park. All right, that's what's up. Some pretty good competition out there. He said it's lit. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That's dope. Oh look, Sticky Tyler said I got compliments too. Yeah, yeah. I was getting compliments off of rare ones. I was like, all right, that's dope. Did see that they've put the jar on Nike ID for 130. I did see that as well. I sure enough did. Oh yo, Tyler, I'm glad you on. I'm glad you on. What's the deal? Do you have is Jay is I know Jay's trying for these kicks for you for tomorrow. I don't know why. Uncharted. Is it called Uncharted? I'm trying to remember the name of these LeBrons. I think I was calling them Un something. Is it called Uncharted? What's the name of these kicks, bro? I'm calling them 40Ks, but that's not the name of them. What's the name of these joints? Yeah. Did you anybody have any jars? But Tyler, for tomorrow, so it is Uncharted. Okay, okay, Uncharted. Um, Tyler, do you want me to try to get these kicks for you, or do you have Jay trying for you? Like, where you at? Do you feel pretty comfortable? You going for them? Yep, yep. People always go crazy when I wear my soft yellow Air Force Ones, especially the ladies. Yep. Yeah, man. That is dope. Wash Park on Sundays. What time? What time do you go do that? Because I'm at church at about 10 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. And then when I have time, right, if I'm not working, I normally go bowl. I go practice with like a group of my buddies. And that's typically like at 1 o'clock. However, there's a few brothers in the church. My boy Terrence invited me out to go hoop with them somewhere out in Parker. I don't know. I don't remember where he said, but it's some sort of rec center in Parker. Where he said they'd be getting some good games in as well. Hey, yo, fam, man. Good looking out, man. I appreciate you for tapping in, man, and showing love, man. Go get some rest. Go get some rest. I'm probably gonna do the same, man. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna get on for this drop in the morning. So I'm gonna be back on here. I'm gonna be back on. Rest up, bro. I'll be in touch, man. Hit me up. I'll keep in touch. He said, "Good luck trying to grab those bronze. I think it's going to be a hard cop. I think it's going to be a hard cop too, D. I mean, just to be honest, I do think it's going to be a hard cop. I really do. Stock numbers. I'm a little out of the loop. If anybody know any stock numbers for these LeBrons, let me know. Let me know. Because look, I do like the way they look, and keep in mind, I don't have any LeBron kicks, and I do like the way these look. I like the story, I like the packaging, the presentation, the actual shoe itself. I guess the only complaint that I do have about the shoe, and it's not like a legit complaint, but I don't know if it's like the midsole, like the crown. I think the crown is really high. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. But I think the crown is really high, and it's just taken away from the detail and the materials on one side of the shoe. That's pretty much my complaint. I like the way it looks. Yeah. We're talking about the LeBron Browns. So rumor 800 pairs. So 800 on sneakers app. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, but yeah, supposedly. Um, I will see if I can get my hands on some stock numbers. Normally through the Elden monitors or something like that. They normally be pretty accurate. See if we get our hands on some stock numbers for tomorrow. Taya, are you working tomorrow? Are you gonna be up for this drop? What's the dealie? What is the dealie? Let me check my let me see if I got any what you call it for today. What's today? Third. Okay, no, it didn't come in yet. I wanted to see if I had got my hours for today. Yo, shout out to everybody who's tapped in. I appreciate y'all. Man. Thanks for tapping in. Y'all know when I can, man, I really try to jump on these lives in order to get my watch time up. I was just checking YouTube to see if they updated. YouTube kind of lags behind when it comes to the hours. So, okay, I got a couple of subscribers, though. Okay, yeah, man. Almost at 19. No, not at 1900. I'm almost at 1870. That's what's up, man. Everybody, man, people been tapping and showing some love, man. That's what I'm talking about, man, because love is so important. Gotta put some love in that thing. Have to. He said, I'll be at work, but I'll be tuned in. If you can help me get that hoodie or the t-shirt, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I can do it. You want to go for your size. If that doesn't work out, go for my size. Then I would appreciate it. All right. So tell me about these LeBrons. Like, do they fit true to size? I know it's a little bit different for you because you know I know you got a wider foot. But are these LeBrons running like Kobe's? You know, what's the sizing on them? You know, I'm pause, but I'm a LeBron virgin. I don't got no LeBrons. I'm a voidgen. So, well, hold on. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. And what size shirt? Let me write this down. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I don't write this down, man, see, at my age, you can tell me this right now, and 7 hours from now, I'll be like, All right. So we see, give me that hoodie or t-shirt. All right. All right. Let me read. I will go half size up for sure. These are gonna be more like Kobe's. They got a drop in insole. Okay, got you. Size large on a hoodie. All right, cool. Medium on a t-shirt. Kicks. 10. All right, bet. I got you, sir. I got it. Boom. Duly noted here. And yeah. Duly noted. DB said it's a new silhouette, so I don't know how anyone really know yet. Hey. Salute, fam. Salute. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. No, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. That's that Chick-fil-A service. My pleasure. I got you. I will try on both accounts, sir. I got you. We walking away with something. We need that hoodie. We need that tee. We need some kicks. We walking away with something. Yeah, I was actually supposed to clean up some kicks. And guess what? I cleaned up literally one shoe. That's it. I got to talking. I had a little therapy session. but it's all good. I needed it. So let me tell you what I should do. I should carry my butt upstairs and go lay down because I'm gonna be back on here in 6 hours or so. That's what I really should do. He said for the king, for the algorithm. Yo, shout out to everybody who tapped in. I will be on in the morning. It's more than likely I'm going to be on by myself because I'm sure everybody else is going to be working tomorrow. But it's all good. We're going to tap in for these LeBrons. I don't know if I'm going to be on at 7 o'clock or maybe even 7:30. I might stretch it. Pause. But I might stretch it an extra half an hour. So I might go 7:30. Mountain time, which is 9:30 Eastern. But shout out to everybody who tapped in. I appreciate the donos, man. People came through and showed some love. My guy Chris tapped in and gave me 20 for the new channel. This is for the new channel. Whether I've been thinking about the name Kicking Stocks. I've been thinking about that name. Elliot Armstrong came up with that name on a live. I liked it. So this is where I'm going to be taking sneakers, selling it, and taking the profits from that and investing it. So from kicks to stocks. So that's going to be a channel popping up here. I'm going to get this channel monetized, and then I'm going to start working on another channel. Speaking of getting this channel monetized, let me fill y'all in real quick. Thanks to y'all, because I wouldn't be able to do it without you. And I mean that because this is how I'm getting my hours, by going live. And let me tell y'all, man, like, y'all make going live easier. Like, y'all make it easier because y'all literally give me something to talk about. So when it comes down to being on live, number one, you ain't got to do no editing, right? So I don't have to edit nothing. All I got to do is just make a thumbnail or whatever. I don't have to do no editing. And I don't, like, when I get on here, man, it's such a chill vibe. Like, I don't feel like the pressure of, I don't feel the pressure of, like, staying on topic, I guess, if that makes sense. I think lives are, like, so chill back. It's like, man, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Somebody might ask me a question about tennis, and I'll be like, all right, man, let's talk about it. So y'all make it easier, for real. Y'all do. Mook, thanks for tapping in, man. Good seeing you. On that road to getting monetized with the chill stream. So I just broke. Oh man, let me look it up. Real quick before I bounce. I just hit 3,000 hours, and you need 4,000 to become monetized. So I am officially less than 1,000 hours away. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. All right, as of right now, I have 3,137 hours. Oof. So I need like 863 hours, and yo, the grind is grind time. I'm locked in. So shout out to everybody who tapped in. Good looking out. Mook, I appreciate you. Tyler, thanks. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who's here. I'm going to go ahead and log off, man. I'll be back in like 6 hours. I'll be right back here. I'm going to try for these LeBrons. What's Nigga Tyler? I'm try for this hoodie. I'm try for the tee. I'm try for the kicks. Got your sizes, bro. Locked in. I'll see you here soon. I'm out.